الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاه وبعد أما بعد. Then we begin with our ninth reading. ماذا تحب أن تكون؟ ماذا تحب أن تكون؟ ماذا means what? تحب from حب يحب, meaning to love. Here doesn't necessarily mean to love, it could mean to like or to want. An is a particle of nasb, it means that. And with the sukoon on it, as we have here, appears before a verb and many times between two verbs, as we have two verbs here. Anna has the same meaning as that and appears before a noun. It makes the noun mansoob after it, as well as an makes the verb mansoob after it. So ماذا تحب, what do you love? And that تكون from كان يكون, meaning to become. So what do you love to become, or what do you want to become? What would you like to become? What would you like to be? Anything in that there, in that meaning. He says سأل المعلم التلاميذ مرة في الصف واحدا ماذا تحب أن تكون؟ سأل يسأل, meaning to ask. سأل past tense, he asked. سأل المعلم. المعلم is the one who teaches. We also know the word mudarrisu, right? Mudarrisu with the same vowels. Mudarrisu. Muallimu, the one who teaches, the one who makes someone learn. Right? Sa'al al-muallimu, here the dhamma here is marfu' because it's the fa'il, the doer of the verb, meaning the one who's asking. At-talamid is the plural of tilmid. Tilmid is one, pupil or student. Talamid is plural. And it's mansoob because it's the maf'ulun bihi, the one who the muallim is asking. Sa'al al-muallimu at-talamida. The teacher asked the students. Marratan. Marratan, you would look it up, mim ra. It means once or time or turn. You just have to get it. For instance, after salat, we make tasbih ثلاثة وثلاثين مرة, 33 times. Right? Not times like 2 times 2, right? But times like turns or something along that line. Marratan is just one. The plural would be marrat. So if you did something thalatha marrat, 3 times, right? So you say astaghfirullah thalatha marrat, 3 times, right? 3 turns, 3 instances, right? Marratan is just one. So here it's basically saying once. Once the teacher asked the students. Fi saf, in the classroom. Saf is classroom. Saf, it could be also the grade, like fi ay saf. You might ask a kid, fi ay saf, fi ay saf, anta. Hey, in which grade are you, right? Which classroom are you, right? Fi ay saf. Similar to fasal, which we probably know as being classroom, right? Like في الصف mean in the classroom. سأل المعلم التلاميذ مرة في الصف. The teacher asked the students once in the classroom. صفي being مجرور after في حرف الجار. واحدا واحدا meaning one by one. One at a time, meaning one by one. ماذا تحب أن تكون? What do you love? What do you want to be? What would you like to become? What would you like to be? Meaning in the future. وقال كل واحد حر في جوابه فلا يخف ولا يستحي. وقال, and he said, referring to the muallim, and he said, كل واحد, each one, واحد is one, each one, حر, حر means free. Like in the West, they promote al-hurriya, freedom, right? Freedom to do whatever you want, they say, except worship Allah properly, right? حر. وكل واحد حر. Everyone is free. في جوابه. In جوابه. Jawab is answer. أجوبة is the plural of jawab, right? Then we have su'al, su'alun, and as'ila. That's question and questions. Jawab wa ajwiba. So Ibn Fawzan or Salih al-Fawzan, he has a book, Allah yahfadhahu, he has a book called As'ila wa Ajwiba fi Manahij al-Jadida. Questions and answers in innovated or new methodologies and manhages, right? So وقال كل واحد, everyone, and after kullu, the verb is always going to be majroor, mudaf ilayh. وكل واحد حر, and everyone is free, في جوابه, in his answer. فلا يخف, so don't be scared. From khafa, you look it up, kha, waw, fa, but the verb is khafa, yakhafu, right? Yakhafu. Okay, to be scared. فلا يخف. It says here we have this alif, where over here we don't, because of the la. The la here is a negation. It's the la of an-nahiya, the prohibition, so it's going to make it majzoom. We also have the dhamma here, whereas here we have a sukoon. When we have the sukoon, we can't have a sukoon on our fa and the sukoon on that alif there. So this weak letter is going to drop, become la yakhaf. So don't be scared. Wala yastahi, and don't be shy. From hay, right? Hay. You can also look it up under ha, ya, wow, meaning to be shy. Wal haya min al iman. So don't be shy. Don't be scared and don't be shy. Kullu wahidin hurrun fi jawabihi. Everyone is free in his answer, meaning nothing's going to be a wrong answer. وقال أحمد. وقال أحمد. Here we see Ahmed is the fa'il, marfu'. He's the one saying. He's the one doing the saying. وقال أحمد وكان أصغر تلاميذ. And he was أصغر, from صغر يصغر or صغير. It's the superlative form of صغير. Like we have kabir and akbar. We have صغير and asghar. And he was the smallest of the talamid, of the students. قال أنا أريد أن أكون سائقا في القطار. فأركب دائما وأسافر مجانا وأتنزه. He said, أنا, which is I, أريد, to want, from روّد. We said if you look it up, أراد, يريد, right? Meaning to want. أن أكون, to be. سائقا, from, you look it up, sin, waw, qaf, right? But the verb would be saqa yasuqu. Saqa yasuqu, meaning to drive. Ana uridu, or you could say, he could have said, Ana uhibbu, uhibbu, like the title, uhibbu an akuna sa'iqan. I want to become a driver, fil qitar, in the train. We had that in our previous lesson. I want to become a driver of a train. فأركب دائما. فأركب, أركب is to ride, from rakiba, to ride. دائما, from dal, waw, mean. دائما meaning always, constantly. فأركب دائما وأسافر مجانا. أسافر meaning to travel. مجانا, from mim, jim, noon, meaning free. وأسافر مجانا, meaning I will travel for free. وأتنزه. أتنزه, from noon, zay, ha, right? Meaning to, and here this is form 4, right? No, form 5, I'm sorry. Form 5, meaning to go about, to walk, to stroll, or here you might say it could be to have a good time. He's going out. Like when you walk to the grocery store, you wouldn't use the word atanazzaha, right? I am strolling, I'm walking about. No, because you're going to the store for a mission. Atanazzaha is like if you go to a botanical garden or a big park and you just want to enjoy the trees and the flowers and the breeze. This would be the strolling about, having a good time, right? So he says, أنا أريد أن أكون سائقا في القطار. I want to become a driver in a train. فأركب دائما, so I will ride constantly. وأسافر مجانا, and travel for free. وأتنزه, and just move about, having a good time. وقال عبد الرحمن. عبد الرحمن, Abdu is our file here. Abdu is our file. مرفوع. عبد الرحمن. الرحمن مفعول مضاف إليه مجرور. عبد الرحمن, he said, إن سائق القطار في تعب عظيم وحر وجحيم. He says inna, which is a particle of emphasis, but it also makes the noun following it mansub. Inna sa'iq al-qitar. Indeed, the driver of the train, mudaf ilayh, majroor. The driver of the train, fi ta'abin, azimin. He is in fi ta'abin. He is in like a lot of work. Ta'ab. Ta'ab, like a tiring work, right? He's always at work, tiring. Azim, great, tiring. My internet shut down for a second, but fi ta'abin azimin. He was in, or the driver of a train, he's in a great turmoil. He's in a great work, a great effort, something that makes you tired. Wahar, and in a lot of heat. Har. وَالجَّحِيمِ, fire. وَالجَّحِيمِ. So Abdurrahman, he's answering Ahmed. He says, إِنَّ سَائِقَ الْقِطَارِ فِي تَعْبٍ عَظِيمٍ وَحَرٍ وَجَحِيمٍ. Verily, the driver of a train is in extreme difficulty and tiredness. وَحَرٍ وَجَحِيمٍ, and heat and fire. وَلَكِنِّي, وَلَكِن, meaning but, and in the plus ni, for me, but I, أحب, or we could say, like Ahmed said, أريد أن أكون ربانا في باخرة. Rubban, we would look it up under Ra Ba, right? Ra Ba. It means to be the captain, right? Fi bakhira. You might know the word like bukhur, right? Bukhur is when you burn it and you get the smoke. You burn some oud and you get the smoke on you, right? When you heat it up, it gets the smoke. It puts out smoke, which is scented, and you like put that in your clothes and your hair. Bukhur. Bakhira is a steamship. If you can get the correlation, a steamship. أنا أريد أو أحب أن أكون ربانا في باخرة. ربانا is mansub because it's what he wants to be, right? The object of his wanting. He wants to be a rubban, right? في باخرة. He wants to be a captain in a steamship. فأسافر في البحر. I will travel, so I will travel in the Bahr, which is the sea. Now I got a few words here that I'd like to bring. We have the word muhit, right, which is ocean. Muhit, right? And we have the word nahar, or nahrun, which is river. And we have the word hawd, which is a basin. Another word like bahar, which would be a small bahar, is buhaira. Buhaira, which is a lake. Not quite as big as the sea, right? And then we have the word hammam. Hammam with a shadda on the meme. Make sure you put the shadda on the meme. Hammam is a pool, right? It's also, we say, the bathroom, right? Because we take a bath in there, like a pool. So we have a pool where you clean yourself, and you have hammam as-sabaha, which would be a swimming pool. You want to make sure you put this shadda on there, and I'll give you a story. One of my brothers told me he was in Umrah once, or Hajj, and he was in Saudi, and he had to use the bathroom, so he got off the bus. He needed to use the bathroom, so he asked for the hammam without the shadda. He asked for the hammam without the shadda, and that means pigeon. So the guy in the restaurant sent him to the place down the street. No, that's down there. So he went there and asked. He said, no, it's down there. They didn't have it, right? So he told the bus driver, he said, they don't have a bathroom. So the bus driver went in there. He said, no, I know they got a bathroom. He went in there, and he said, he's looking for the bathroom. He said, you don't have it. He said, no. He said, hammam. We thought he was talking about pigeon. They served that at the other restaurant. He wants the hammam. It's right there. It's over there in that door. So you make sure you want to put that shadda on the meme. So he says, فَأُسَافِرَ في البحر وأزور البلاد البعيدة وأزور from زار يزور, and I will visit البلاد, the plural of balad, البعيدة, far away or distant lands, right? Distant lands. And ba'ida is feminine because bilad is غير العقل. It is a non-intellectual plural. Whenever we talked about non-intellectual plurals, we talk about them as if they're feminine singular. Right? We've discussed that rule previously. So, وأزور البلاد البعيدة. أزور بلاد مفعول به. I will visit lands. البعيدة, distant lands. مجانا, for free. أشاهد, and I will see, from شاهد. We know the word like shahada, right? I will see. Ushahidu, from shahada yushahidu, form 3. And I will see ajaiba ad-dunya. Ajaiba maf'ulun bihi. I will see strange things. The plural of ajiba. Right? Ajiba. Right? Ajaib, strange things, ad-dunya, or amazing things. It doesn't have to just be strange, it could be just amazing as well. Ajaib ad-dunya, the amazing things in the dunya. Tayyib. You guys have to bear with us. This lesson's a little long, but a lot of the words are repetitious. Qala Ibrahimu. Ibrahim said, and we know Ibrahim's the one saying it because the dhamma there, he's the fa'il, marfu'. He says, الربان وباخرته في خطر من الغرق. The captain, الربان, the captain, وباخرته, and his steamship, في خطر, are in danger. خطر, danger. من الغرق, from sinking or drowning. Right? You could use it. We're talking about the person, he's going to drown. We're talking about the boat, he's going to sink, or it's going to sink. فالربان والباخرته في خطر من الغرق. The captain and his boat are in danger of sinking or drowning. ولكني, but me, أحب أن أكون طبيبا. I want to become a doctor. طبيب. Right? طبيب. And later on we'll find the plural of this is أطباء. أطباء. Right? Doctor. Doctors. أريد أن أكون طبيبا فأداوي الناس. Udawiya, from dal, waw, ya. We might be familiar with the book Ad-Da Wad-Dawa by Ibn Qayyim, right? Wad-Dawa, meaning the sickness and its cure, or something like that they translate it. Fa'udawi, from dawa, which is medicine. Fa'udawiya, meaning I will treat, right? I will treat. الناس, the people. وأداوي الفقراء مجانا, and I will treat الفقراء, the plural of faqir, the poor person. I will treat the poor people, الفقراء مجانا, for free. وأخدم الخلق. We had this word before from khidma or khadama. Right? Akhdam, from khadama, meaning to serve. So when we see in the English on the Qur'ans given in Saudi, it says that he is the custodian of the two holy mosques, the king of Saudi Arabia, the Malik. He says the king. It says khadim, meaning the servant. The custodian is nice, the one who works and serves. But Khadim al-Haramain, the one who serves. So he says, وَأَخْدِمَ الْخَلْقِ, and I will serve the creation. وَأُحَافِظَ عَلَى صِحَّتِي, and I will guard. أُحَافِظَ, I will protect and guard. عَلَى صِحَّتِي, upon my health. I will guard my health, basically. صِحَّة. Right? Siha is health. Right? We know this word from Sahih. right? Meaning that the hadith doesn't have any sickness in it. It doesn't have any defect in it. So صحة is health. صحتي, my health. وأحافظ على صحتي وأعيش from عين يا شين, and I will live بأمن والسلام. Amin is safety, right? Like amana. Someone has amana, right? Things are safe with that person. Wassalam, and peace, right? I will live wa Aisha bi amin wassalam, and I will live in safety and peace. Versus what he's saying here, the ruban wa bakhiratuhu fi khatarin min al-gharq. The captain and his steamboat are in danger of drowning and sinking. Rather me, I'm going to help the people, I help animals, I'm going to help, creation in general, and I'm going to guard my safety and my health. وأجاب عبد الرحمن وقال. وأجاب, this is form 4 of what we had for jawab, jim wa ba, or we had jawab as an answer. Ajab meaning he answered him, he responded. وأجابه, and he responded to him, or he answered him, Abdurrahman, meaning Abdurrahman did the answering, the file, because of the dhamma. And Abdurrahman answered him, وقال, and he said, هذا ليس بصحيح. This is not correct. This is not true. This is not a sound argument. This is not a sound statement. Meaning it has some defect in it, as we just said. صحة, right? ليست الباخرة. ليس is a negation. ليست الباخرة. The bakhira, the steamboat, is not في خطر, is not in danger. في هذا الزمان, from zay mean noon, meaning time, in this period, in this age, in this time. It's not in danger in this time. والبواخر, the plural of bakhira, تسافر دائما في هذه الأيام بأمن والسلام. But the steamboats تسافر, travel, because it's plural and is not intellectual, then our ta here is the ta of feminine. They travel, because we talk about them as if they're feminine singular when it's not intellectual. They travel, تسافر دائما, constantly, always, في هذه الأيام, in these days, بأمن والسلام, with safety and peace. وبالعكس. Aks, this is an important word. Aks means the opposite. وبالعكس, and with the opposite, or to the opposite. أرى الأطباء, the plural of tabib. Ara, from ra'a yara, I see doctors, yamraduna wa yamutuna. Yamruduna, from mim ra dad, meaning marad, to be sick. I see them getting sick. Wa yamutuna, from mim waw ta, meaning to die. Mata yamutu. I see doctors getting sick and dying. وقاطعه إبراهيم. قاطع, right, from qaf ta ain, meaning to cut in its original word. Here, this is form 3, meaning to interrupt. وقاطعه إبراهيم. Ibrahim, the file, marfu with a dhamma here, he interrupted him. وقال, and he said, أما سمعت أن باخرة غرقت قبل يومين أو ثلاثة أيام. أما, here is a question. ما is a negation. سمعت, you heard. Have you not heard? أن باخرة that باخرة a steamship or steamboat غرقت sunk قبل يومين before 2 days أو 3 أيام or 3 days. Didn't you hear that a steamboat just sunk 2 or 3 days ago? وأراد إبراهيم أن يجيبه. وأراد and Ibrahim file. Ibrahim's the one who wanted. وأراد إبراهيم أن يجيبه. Ibrahim wanted to answer him. Yujibu, from the same thing we had up there. Form 4. Ajaba yujibu. Ibrahim wanted to answer him. ولكن but قال المعلم. The muallim file, he said. The muallim, he said. وهذا ليس وقت مناظرة. وهذا, and this, ليس, is not, وقت, the time, مناظرة, of debate, from noon, ضَرَ. This is not the time of debate. وقد بقي كثير من الطلبة. وقد, here is an emphasis. بقي, from ba, qaf, ya, remaining. كثير, and there are many. كثير, remaining. Mina, it should be min, not men. من الطلبة, from students. طلبة is a plural. You have طالب, one student. طلاب is one plural, and طلبة is another plural. وكثير من الطلبة, and there are remaining lots of students, meaning that they haven't answered. Right? وماذا تقول يا قاسم? And what do you say, O Qasim? What do you say, O Qasim? So the teacher interrupted. He said, هذا ليس وقت مناظرة. Ibrahim said something, then Abdurrahman said something, then Ibrahim said something, right? So the teacher interrupted. هذا ليس وقت مناظرة. This is not the time for debate. وقد بقي كثير من الطلبة. And there are many students who are still left, still remaining to answer. وماذا تقول يا قاسم? And what do you say, O Qasim? قال قاسم. Qasim, fa'il, مفعول الضمة. He's the doer. He's the one who's saying. أنا لا أحب أن أكون سائقا أو ربانا أو طبيبا. Here, he لا أحب, لا أريد. I don't want to be. I don't love. I don't want. I don't like. أنا لا أحب أن أكون سائقا. I don't want to be a driver. أو ربانا, or a captain. أو طبيبا, or a doctor. بل أحب أن أكون فلاحا. بل means rather. Rather. It's in the Quran, right? Rather. Rather, أحب أن أكون فلاحا. I want to be a fallah, meaning a farmer. A farmer. أزرع وأحرث. أزرع, I will plant. From زرع, right? وأحرث, from حرث, and I will harvest. I will plant and I will harvest. ولا أحد يخدم الناس وينفعهم كالفلاح. ولا أحد, and there's no one, and there is not anyone. This la is a negation. There is not anyone. يخدم الناس, who serves the people. وينفعهم, from نفع, to benefit, and benefits them. كالفلاح, like the farmer. Ka is like, or similar to, or as. No one benefits, no one serves the people or benefits them as the farmer does, or like the farmer does. are similar to the farmer, right? وَهُوَ الَّذِي يَزْرَعُ الْحُبُوبِ, and he is the one, وَهُوَ الَّذِي, he is the one, يَزْرَعُ, who plants, الْحُبُوبِ, حُبُوب, the plural of habba, meaning seeds, right? وَالْخُضَرْ, from khudrawat, and vegetables. He plants seeds and vegetables. فَيَأْكُلُ النَّاسُ وَالدَّوَابُ. يَأْكُلُ from أَكَلَ يَأْكُلُ, to eat, and so النَّاسُ, the people eat, وَالدَّوَابُ, and the animals. Dawab is animals. The people eat as do the animals. وَقَالَ سُلَيْمَانُ, and Sulaiman, he says, or he said, أَنَا أُحِبُّ أَنْ أَكُونَ تَاجِرًا. I want to be a tajir, a merchant. A merchant. لِي دُكَانٌ كَبِيرٌ. For me, or belonging to me, a big shop, a big store. فِي سُوقٍ كَبِيرَةٍ. In a big marketplace. And here, we see this ta marbuta. It reminds us that the word suq is feminine. Fi suqin. For me, I have a big shop, a big store inside a big marketplace. Ya'ti an-nasu, from ata, meaning to come. Right? Ata. Ya'ti an-nasu, an-nas, the fa'il, marfu'. They're the ones who are coming. Ilayya. This is ila plus ya, for me. They will come to me. Ya'ti an-nasu ilayya, the people will come to me. Wa yashtarun, from shira, right? Meaning to buy. They will come to me and they will buy. Sulaiman, qala Sulaiman, Sulaiman said, أَنَا أُحِبُّ أَنْ أَكُونُ تَاجِرًا. I want to be a merchant. لِي دُكَانٍ كَبِيرٌ فِي سُوقٍ كَبِيرَةٍ. I will have a big shop inside of a big marketplace. يَأْتِي النَّاسُ إِلَيَّ وَيَشْتَرُونَ. The people will come to me and they'll buy. قال حامد. Hamid, marfu' the dhammas, right? Marfu' with the dhamma. He says, he's the fa'il, he's the one saying it. أَنَا أُحِبُّ أَنْ أَكُونَ صَنَّاعًا مَاهِرًا. صَنَّاعًا means from Sad Nun Ain, meaning to manufacture. He wants to be a manufacturer. Mahiran, Mim Ha Ra, meaning professional or excellent, really skilled. Right? A skilled manufacturer. Wa muhtari'an, muhtari'an from Kha Ra Ain, meaning an inventor. An inventor. مخترعا, an inventor. أنا أحب أن أكون صناعا ماهرا ومخترعا. I want to be a skilled manufacturer and inventor. أصنع, from the same root as sinan. I will manufacture. وأخترع, and invent. الأشياء العجيبة. Strange things, amazing things. Thing, asha, the plural of shape. Right? Asha, the plural of shape. Strange things. And ajiba, right? Feminine, because this is a non-intellectual plural. We talk about it feminine singular. وقال خالد, and Khalid, he said, fa'al marfu' with dhammas, right? Khalid said, أنا أحب أن أكون جنديا قويا. I want to become a soldier. Jundi. Jeen Noon Dal. We had this when we talked about the Prophet ﷺ going out into the battlefield and resting underneath the tree. Jundiyan. I want to be a soldier. Qawiyan. Right? From Quwwa. Right? Qawi. Right? Meaning strong. I want to be a strong soldier. Uqatilul kufara. Uqatilu from qatala, meaning here in this form 3, meaning to fight. قتل would be to kill. أقتل, for instance, أقتل would be to kill. With this alif here, it means to fight. Right? Al-Kufar, I fight the disbelievers. Wal-Mushrikeen, and the polytheists. Wa-Ujahidu fi sabilillah, and I will fight. Jim, Ha, Dal, Ujahidu, Jahada, Yujahidu. I will fight, I will struggle. Fi sabilillah, in the way of Allah. Sabil is way or path of Allah. Mudaf, mudaf ilayh. وقال Abdul Kareem. Abdul Kareem, fa'il, right? He said, أنا أحب أن أكون غنيا كبيرا ألبس ما أحب وآكل ما أشتهي وأسافر إلى أين أريد ودائما عندي مال كثير وأسكن في قصر كبير. Abdul Kareem, he said, أنا أحب أن أكون غنيا كبيرا. Ghani from Ghain Nun Ya, meaning to be rich. Kabiran, a big rich person. I want to be really, really rich. Albasu from Lam Ba Sin, to wear or to dress. Albasu ma uhibbu, I wear what I want. Wa akulu ma ashtahi, and I will eat. Akulu ma ashtahi, I will eat what I desire. From Sheen Ha Wow, meaning to desire or covet. Akulu ma ashtahi, I will eat what I want to eat, whatever I desire. Wa usafiru ila aina urid, and I will travel ila to aina, where or wherever urid, I want. Wa daiman, and always, indi, with me, malun kathirun, a lot of money. Mal is wealth or money. Plural, amwal. Now I realize I'm going a little bit fast. Number one, because it's long, and number two, because I think we've had most of these words either in this lesson or in a previous lesson. If not, then you can make a comment below or something, or send it to me in my WhatsApp. But I think, or you can just go back and watch the video, because I am explaining everything, right? But by now, lesson 9, we should be using our dictionary a little bit better, as well as many of these vocabulary words we should have had. So he says, وَدَائِمٍ عِنْدِي مَالٌ كَثِيرٌ, always with me is a lot of money. وَأَسْكُنُ, from Sin, Kaf, Nun, and I will live fi qasrin, which is a palace. Kabir, a big palace. I will live in a big palace. Abdul Kareem has big dreams. وَضَحِكَ الْأَوْلَادِ, ضَحِكَ, ضَحَكَ, meaning to laugh. ضَحِكَ يَضْحَكُ, to laugh. Al-Awlad, the children, the plural of walid, a child, they laughed. Min qawli, from the statement of Abdul Kareem. Qawli Abdul Kareem, the statement of Abdul Kareem. Min, qawl is majroor after min, harf jar. Abdi is majroor because it's mudaf ilay, to qawl, the statement of abd. Kareem is majroor because it's mudaf ilay, the statement of the abd of Kareem, right? The slave of Kareem. Wa khajila, khajila yakhjalu, meaning embarrassed. He became embarrassed. Abdul Kareem. Abdul Kareem, he's the file. He's the one who did the khajila. He's the one who became embarrassed. وقال Muhammad. Muhammad, the file, marfu, dammas. أنا أحب أن أكون عالما. I want to become a scholar, an alim. plural, ulama. Ulama'u. Alright? I want to become a scholar. Akhafullaha. I'll fear Allah. Akhafu, I will fear Allah. Lafzul jalala, mansub. The object of the fear. I will fear who or what? I will fear Allah. Wa a'buduhu. From ayn ba dal, to worship. Wa a'buduhu. And I will worship him. Wa a'idhu nasa. A'idha, from wa'adha. Ya'idhu, meaning to give strong emotional speeches, a maw'idha, a speech which incites you to do good, encourages you to do good, and warns you against evil. وَأَعِذُ النَّاسَ, and I will give speeches to the people. وَأَمُرُهُمْ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ, from amara, to command. I will command them bil-ma'ruf, with good. وَأَنْهَاهُمْ, from nahiya, and I will prohibit them عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ, from evil or detestable things. وَأُحَاذِرُ, from حَذَرَ, form 2 here, right? And I will warn them, أُحَاذِرُهُمْ عَذَابِ اللَّهِ, I will warn them of the punishment. Adhaba is maf'ulun bihi, mansub. It's the object of the warning. I'm going to warn them of the adhab of Allah. Lafdul jalala majroor mudaf ilayh. I will warn them of the punishment of Allah. قال المعلم. قال المعلم. أحسنتم, from hasinun, meaning good. Ahsantum, you all, this is talking to a group. Ahsantum, you guys have done well. You can tell one person, ahsanta. If they answer a question, ahsanta. If it's a girl, ahsanti. If it's a bunch of girls, ahsantunna. Right? Ahsantum ya awladi, you have done well, O my children. Awladi, my children. Wa ana ad'u lakum, and I make dua, from da'a, yad'u. I make dua lakum, for you all, for you guys. Bi tawfiq, from wafaqa, from form 2 of wafaqa. Wafaqa, this is the masdar tawfiq, meaning success. I make dua for you for success. Bit tawfiq, this B here is going to mean for. Bit tawfiq, for tawfiq, for success. When najah, it's another form for success or victory. Najah. Right? I ask Allah for you tawfiq with najah. I'm going to make dua for you for success and victory. Walakin, but, kunu, it's a command here. Be muslimina. Be Muslims. Be what? Be Muslims. Maf'ulun bi, right? Be Muslims. Wabtaghu, from baghiya, meaning to desire. Wabtaghu Allah, and desire Allah. Bi amalikum, with your actions. Desire Allah with your actions, meaning do them for Allah. Wanfa'u, from nafa'a, and benefit. Ad-deen, benefit the religion. Benefit what? The deen. Maf'ulun bihi, mansub. Bishughlikum, with your efforts, with your busyness, with your work. Wakhdimu, from khadama, yakhdumu, khadama, This word we have khadam, wakhdamu, and serve al-ummata, the nation, serve the community, bi'ilmikum, with your knowledge. Qala at-talamidu, the students, they said, وَمَاذَا تَقُولُ أَيُّهَا الْأُسْتَاذُ عَنْ عَبْدِ الْكَرِيمِ وَقَصْرِهِ. وَمَاذَا, and what, تَقُولُ, do you say, أَيُّهَا الْأُسْتَاذ. أَيُّهَا, this is a way of getting attention. Oh, al-ustad, oh teacher or professor. An, regarding, Abdul Karim, or about Abdul Karim, wa qasrihi, and his palace. So here we can see the wisdom of a good teacher. قال المعلم, the teacher, he said, المال, wealth, ni'matun, is a blessing, min Allah, from Allah. Yajibu, wajaba yajibu, it's obligatory. Alayha, upon it, shukr. Meaning if someone has wealth, it's obligatory to make shukr for it. To make shukr, thanks. To give thanks to Allah for it. وَسَعِيدٌ جِدًّا, and a person is happy. A person here is understood. وَسَعِيدٌ, meaning and a happy person. Or جِدًّا, an extremely happy person. Men, whoever. Atahullah, from ata, to come with or to give. Right? Atahullah, Allah gave him. Malin, gave him what? Wealth. فَهُوَ يُنْفِقُ, so he, yunfiku, nafaqa yunfiku, he spends it. وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ, in the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah, yunfiqun, they spend it. Minhu, they spend from it. Sirran wa jahran, sirran, sin, ra, meaning secretly. Wa jahran, and openly. Sirran is like Dhuhr and Asr. We recite in Dhuhr and Asr sirriyan, and we recite in Fajr, Maghrib and Isha jahriyan, in the open. وَيَبْتَغِي بِهِ مَرْضَاتِ اللَّهِ. وَيَبْتَغِي, from our baghya up above, meaning form 8. This is form 8. Meaning, and they seek or they desire, bihi, with it. Mardatillah, they desire what? Mardata, from radiya, to be pleased. They seek with it the pleasure of Allah. وَيَخْدِمُ بِهِ الْإِسْلَامِ, and they serve with it al-Islam. He's talking about the wealth still. The person is happy. Sa'idun jiddin, he's very happy. Man atahu Allahu malan, the one who Allah gave him wealth. فَهُوَ يُنْفِقُ مِنْهُ سِرًّا وَجَهْرًا, and he spends from it open or secretly and openly. وَيَبْتَغِي بِهِ مَرْضَاتِ اللَّهِ, and he seeks or desires with it, right, the pleasure of Allah. وَيَخْدِمُ بِهِ الْإِسْلَامِ, and he serves with it the religion of Islam. وَقَدْ جَاءَ فِي الْحَدِيثِ الشَّرِيفِ, and verily, this is an emphasis, وَقَدْ, and verily, or surely, indeed, truly, جَاءَ, to come, جَاءَ يَجِئُ, to come, فِي الْحَدِيثِ, in the hadith, al-sharif, the noble hadith. Sharif, the noble hadith. لا حسد إلا في إثنتين. لا حسد, there is no jealousy or envy. إلا, except, في إثنتين, except in two. رجل, a man. أتاه الله, Allah gave him. Malan, gave him wealth. فَصَلَّتَهُ على حلكته في الحق. Fa is so or therefore. Sallata, Sin, Lam, Ta, form 2. Sallata, meaning he was given the authority or the power. Ala halakatihi. Halaka many times means to be destroyed, but here it means to get rid of it. Like you destroy something, you get rid of it. He's given the authority or the ability ala halakatihi, to dispense of it fil haq, in truth or in its rightful manner, as it deserves to be spent. So Allah gave him wealth and he gets rid of it. He has the power to, and the strength to get rid of it as it deserves, as it's right. And the second person from these ithnatain, wa rajulin, and a man, atahu Allahu hikmah, Allah gave him wisdom. Fahuwa yaqdi, so he judges biha, with it, wa yu'allimuha, and he teaches it. Form 3 of alima, meaning to teach. From there we get the word mu'allim, right? And he teaches it. So we see the teacher, he didn't go off and say, yeah, that's a dumb idea, everybody else wants to do something, and here Abdul Karim, he's just thinking about himself. Rather, he answered with a responsible answer to make Abdul Karim think about his answer, and at the same time to let the others know that wealth isn't necessarily a sin, as many people might think today, that we're just supposed to be poor and not have anything. And so our aspirations are lowered because of that. And we're almost done. وَقَدْ كَانَ سَيِّدُنَا عُثْمَانُ غَنِيًّا. The teacher is still talking. وَقَدْ, and we said this is an emphasis, or وَقَدْ, and verily, كَانَ سَيِّدُنَا عُثْمَانُ, and our master or our leader Uthman was غَنِيًّا, was rich. وَسَيِّدُنَا Abdurrahman ibn Auf غَنِيًّا, and our leader, our master. We don't necessarily use this when we talk about the Sahaba, but we find those people in the Indian, Pakistan continent doing so many times. Sayyiduna Abdurrahman ibn Auf غَنِيًّا, and he was rich. So Uthman and Abdurrahman ibn Auf were rich. We said having wealth isn't a sin. Having wealth at the expense of the religion, and that's a sin. But if you can have some wealth and at the same time worship your Lord as he deserves to be worshipped, or as he requires from you, because he deserves more than we're able to give, then there's no problem in that. وَرَفَعَ Abdul Karim رَأْسَهُ. If we remember, we said the last time we were with Abdul Karim here, we said khajila Abdul Karim, meaning he became embarrassed. What does a person do? You imagine he's sitting at his desk here, right? Sitting at his desk. What's he going to do when he becomes embarrassed? He's going to put his head down. Alright? He's going to put his head down. So he says, wa rafa'a, meaning to raise. Abdul Karim. Abdul Karim raised Ra'sahu, his head, maf'ulun bihi. He raised his head. Waqal, and he said, Sa'ajtahidu an akhdima al-Islam bimali wa abtaghi bihi mardatillah. Sa'ajtahida from jahada, meaning to struggle, but this ta here means it adds a level of, it puts more struggle in there. Right? Every time we add letters to a word, then it adds meaning. So we added this ta, it adds meaning. So it puts more of an effort. Sa'ajtahidu, I'm going to put effort in. I'm going to struggle and strive. And akhdima, to serve al-Islam. Akhdima here is mansoob after an. Right? And we said it usually comes between two verbs, as we have here, right? Or at least before one. Anna comes before a noun. وأخدم الإسلام. Islam is مفعول به منصوب. It's the object of the service that he's going to give. I'm going to serve what? I'm going to serve Islam. بمالي, with my wealth. وأبتغي, and desire or seek. به, with it. مرضات الله, the pleasure of Allah. So we stopped homework. But for those who want to, there is a Telegram group, and also I have a WhatsApp group where I send this stuff out. If you want to be in the WhatsApp group, then my phone number for WhatsApp is 1314, 1 is the area code for America, 828-8060. Now, we stopped doing a homework thing because no one was handing in homework. But for those who might want to do just a small bit of homework, then I ask you, ماذا تحب أن تكون? What do you want to be? Just a small paragraph. Send it in WhatsApp. Write it in the comments below if you prefer. What do you want to be? Until next week, سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.